And may I introduce to you the GHS cast as they perform The Miracle Worker.
She'll live.
Thank God.
You're a pair of lucky parents. I can tell you now. I thought you did.
Nonsense. The child is a killer. She has a constitution of a code. Why, she'll outlive us all.
Yes, especially some of you killers don't get a night sleep. I mean you, Mrs. Keller.
You're here, Katie.
I hear.
I brought up two of them, but this is my wife's first. She's in battle scarred yet.
Doctor, don't be merely considerate. Will my girl be all right?
Oh, by morning she'll be knocking down the Christmas.
And isn't there anything we should do?
Put a stronger medicine?
Just let her get better. She knows how to do it better than we do. Main thing is, the fever's gone. These things come and go in infants. Never know why. Call it acute congestion of the stomach and brain.
I'll see you to your buggy doctor.
I've never seen a baby with more vitality. That's the truth.
Hush. Don't cry now. You've been in trouble enough. Call it acute congestion indeed. I don't know what's so cute about congestion just because it's yours. We'll have your father write an editorial in his paper, The Wonders of Modern Medicine. They don't know what they're hearing until they hear it. Men in their battle scars. We women will have to. Helen! Captain, look here!
Katie, what's wrong?
Look!
Katie, she's well. Doing these time too.
She can't see! Look at her eyes, she can't see!
Helen! Helen!
Or hear my scream, she didn't blink, not an eyelash!
Helen! Helen!
She can't hear you!
Helen!
I think I'm gonna come to the doctor's legs.
Why you cutting off the doctor's legs?
I'm giving him an operation. I think I'll cut his arms.
Cut off his stomach. That's a good operation.
Nah, maybe his head. He's got a bag full.
Ain't gonna be much of that doctor left to fix up. Hire Flint.
What did you do to her? Bite her hands?
That's how I do. She keep putting her fingers on her mouth. I'm just gonna bite them off.
What is she trying to do now?
She's trying to talk. And look, now she's gonna get mad.
Helen,
Look at her
sit
trying to
quiet.
talk.
You just sit. No, Helen, these are mine. No, Helen. I can sit.
Hey, help! Help! Try to do this again!
Helen, let me have a minute.
She only dug Marco's eyes out. Almost dug. Still is almost. No point worrying until it happens, is there?
How does she stand it? Or haven't you seen this Baltimore man? It's not a thing you can let go on and on like the weather.
The weather here doesn't ask permission of me, and speak to my father.
Arthur, something ought to be done to that child.
A refreshing suggestion. What?
Why, this very famous oculist in Baltimore I wrote to you about. What was his name?
Dr. Fishburne.
Yes, I did lots of cases of blindness. People thought couldn't be cured, he's cured. He just has wonders. Why don't you write to him?
I've stopped believing in one.
I think the captain will write to him soon. Won't you, Captain?
No.
Good money after bad. Or bad after good. Or bad
So
after
it's just a
bad.
question of money, Arthur. Now you're marshal, you have all this Yankee money. You might as well.
Not money. The child's mental specialists all over Alabama and Tennessee. Why, if I thought it'd do good, I'd have to send to every full doctor in the country.
I think the captain will write to him soon.
Casey, How many times can you let me break your heart?
Any number of times.
What, child?
As long as there's the least chance for her to see or hear.
There isn't. Now I must finish it.
I think, with your permission, Captain, I'd like to write.
I said no.
Why, writing does no harm, Arthur. Only a little bitty letter to see if you can help her.
He can't.
We won't know that to be fact, Captain, until after you write.
Katie, he can't.
Father stands up. That makes it fact.
You be quiet. I'm backed enough here by females without your impudence. Katie! Here's a house full of grown-ups. Can't cope with child. I may as well try to work at a hen yard in this house.
You really gotta put her away, Father.
What?
And someone silent. It's the kindest thing.
What? She's your sister, James. Not a nobody.
Half sister and half mentally defective. She can't even keep herself clean. It's not pleasant to see her about all the time.
Do you dare complain what you can see?
This conversation is at an end. And I'll beg you not to broach again. I've done as much as I can. I can't give my whole life to it. The house is at 6s and 7s from morning till night over the child. Why, some attention was paid to Mildred there instead.
You'll wake her up, Captain.
I want peace in this house, as much as anyone else. But I won't have it by rushing up and down the country searching for a new quack. I'm sensible to this affliction as anyone else.
It was not our affliction I meant to write about, Captain.
Helen, my buttons.
Eyes. She wants the doll to have eyes.
My goodness me, I'm not decent.
No, Marianne. I'll put it on again.
Never learn what everyone later do, whatever comes into her mind.
You be quiet!
What'd I say now?
You talk too much!
I was agreeing with you.
But whatever it was, a private child, at least can have other things she wants.
It's worth a couple of bucks, Kate. Look. This child has more sense than all these men helpers. If there's ever any way to reach that mind.
Helen!
Helen, you have to do such things. How can I make you understand?
Katie.
How can I get into your head? My darling, my poor.
Katie. Some way of teaching her an iota.
How do you discipline a fucking child? Is her fault?
I didn't say it
Then
wasn't.
who? I don't know what to do. Beat her until she's black and blue.
It's not safe to let her run around loose. Now there must be some way of confining her.
Where? In a cage? She's a grown child. Just use her limbs.
Answer me one thing. Is it fair to Mildred here?
Are you willing to put her away? She wants to talk like me, like you and me. Every day she slips farther and farther away. I don't know how to call her
Oh,
back.
I don't mind. Take her to Baltimore myself. If that man can't help her, maybe he knows who can.
All right, come here.
We could do nothing for the girl, of course. It was Dr. Bell who thought she might somehow be taught. I have written the family only that a suitable governess, Miss Annie Sullivan, has been found here in Boston and will come. It will no doubt be difficult for you there, Annie. But it has been difficult for you at our school, too. Gratifying, yes, when you came to us a few years ago and could not spell your name. You accomplished so much in so little time. But always an Irish battle for independence. This is my last time to counsel you, Annie. You do lack some. By some, I mean all. What? Your talents have been to others. And what I saved you on more than one occasion here first is that there was nowhere else to expel you to. Your eyes hurt?
My ears, Mr. Adams.
Nowhere but back to Tewksbury, where children learn to be saucy. Annie, you know how dreadful it was there. That battle is dead and done with. Why not let it stay buried?
I think God will show me a resurrection of that.
Well, he keeps digging up that battle.
That is not a proper thing to say, Annie. It is what I mean.
Yes. Well, grown-ups you have to, Mr. Agnes. But in children, it just seems so precocious. Can I use that word?
Only if you can spell it.
Premature. So at least I hope she's a bright one.
Blind, deaf, mute, who knows? She is like a little safe locked that no one can open. Perhaps there's a treasure inside.
Maybe it's empty, too.
Possible. I should warn you, she is much given to tantrums.
Means something is inside. Well, so am I if I believe all I hear. Maybe you should warn them.
And you'll find yourself among strangers now who know nothing of it.
Well, we'll keep them in a blessed ignorance.
Perhaps you should.
Why? I have enough trouble with people who don't know.
So they will understand when you have trouble.
The only time I have trouble is when I'm right. Is it my fault so often? I'll be such a lady they won't know I've come.
And be humble. It is not as if you have so many offers to pick and choose. You will need their affection working with this child.
Hope I won't need their pity.
Or we can all use some pity. So, no longer the pupil, we throw you out into the world of teacher. If the child can be taught. No one expects to work miracles, even for $25 a month. Now, this envelope alone, the railroad, which you will repay me when you have a bank account. But in this box, a gift, no love. I think other friends are ready to say goodbye.
Mr. Agnes, dear Mr. Agnes, well, what am I supposed to say? That I'm an ignorant, opinionated girl, and everything I am I owe to you?
That is only half true, Annie.
Which half? I crawled in here like a drowned rat. I thought I died when Jimmy died, and that I never again come alive. Well, you say it with love so easily. And I haven't loved a soul since, and I suppose I never will. But this place gave me so much more than my eyes had, or taught me how to spell, which I'll never learn anyway. It taught me what help is, and how to live again, and I don't want to say goodbye. I open the doors, I'm crying.
They will not see you.
Annie,
Here, Beatrice.
we have a present. We bought you a going away present, Annie.
Oh no, you shouldn't have.
We did. Where's the present? Do you have to go? Alice has the present. Alice, where's Alice? Here I am. Where? Here.
I have it. Should I open it?
Yes.
Is it open, Annie?
It's open.
It's for your eyes, Annie.
Put them on, Annie.
Because Mrs. Hopkins said your eyes hurt since the operation.
And she said you're going where the sun is fierce.
I'm putting them on now.
How do they look?
Beautiful.
You put them on. Are they pretty, Annie?
Why, my eyes, they feel hundreds of % better already. And pretty. Why, I look splendidly. Like a race.
We bought you another present, Annie.
For Helen.
Go ahead, can you show Beatrice?
It's beautiful.
I dressed it myself.
Okay, so go to the collection to buy it.
Now, you make sure to give it to Helen from us, okay, Annie?
It'll be the first thing I give to her when I see her. That is, if I don't keep it for myself first. You know I can't be trusted with dolls.
Don't go to her, Annie. Don't go.
I want to, Beatrice, dear.
Then why are you going?
Because I'm a big girl, and big girls have to earn a living. It's the only way I can. But if you don't smile for me first, what I'll just have to do is
What?
put you in my suitcase instead of this doll and take you down to Helen in Alabama.
Come, children, come. You must get the trunk into the carriage and Andy on her trainer. No one will go to Alabama.
Where are we going, Annie?
Jimmy,
Where are we going?
I said I'm taking care of you.
Forever and ever?
Annie Sullivan, age 9, virtually blind. James Sullivan, age 7. What's the matter with your legs, Sonny?
Forever and ever.
Can't he walk without that crutch? Girl goes to the women's ward, boy to the men's.
Hey, don't make me, Annie!
Annie? Annie?
I'm coming.
Let Mr. Jimmy go by himself. He's been poking that garden all day. You better rest his feet.
I can't wait to see her video.
Maybe she ain't coming in the street either.
And maybe she is.
And maybe she ain't.
And maybe she is. Where's Helen?
She's upstairs, smelling around. She knows something funny's going on.
Let her have her supper as soon as Mildred's in bed. And tell Captain Keller when he comes that we'll be delayed tonight.
Again?
I don't think we need to say again, simply delayed will do.
I mean, that's what he's gonna say. What again?
Yes, we're expecting someone. Someone from my Helen. Oh, dear, this was cleaned not an hour ago. Here, for while I'm gone. I don't think one peppermint drop will spoil your supper.
Here.
Sir,
You don't seem dressed for anything useful, boy.
I'm not. It's for your Miss Sullivan.
I asked you to see if those strawberry plants were moved this evening.
I'm moving your Mrs. Keller to the station today.
Mrs. Keller, must you always speak of her as if you haven't met the lady? Evening, my dear.
Mother. Said mother.
We're off to meet the train captain. I'm afraid supper will be a trifle delayed tonight.
What, again?
With permission, Captain.
What do you want, man? Your mama? Yes. One little tea cake ain't gonna ruin your appetite.
She's gone. She's gone. You don't even know her father. No one likes him. And so is delayed. Here. I bought you some thick candy. One little nibble of sweet can't do any harm.
Captain Keller, how am I gonna get her eat her supper and fill up that trash?
Hand to your
Miss Sullivan?
Here, at last. I've been on trains so many days, I thought they must be backing up each time I dozed off.
I'm James Keller.
James, I had a brother, Jimmy. Are you Helen's?
I'm only half a brother. You're to be her governess?
Well, try.
You look like half her governess. Mrs. Keller? Miss Sullivan.
We've been every train for 2 days.
The man who sold me that ticket ought to be tied to the tracks. I changed trains every time they stopped.
You have a trunk, Miss Sullivan?
Yes. You didn't bring Helen. I was hoping you would.
No, she's home.
You live far from town, Mrs. Keller?
Only a mile.
I suppose I can wait 1 more mile. Just don't be surprised if I sprint ahead.
Helen's waiting for you too. There's been such a bustle about the house. She expects something. Heaven knows what. I expected a desiccated spinster. You're very young.
Oh, well, you should have seen me when I left Boston. I got much older on this trip.
I mean, to teach anyone as difficult as Helen.
Well, I mean to try. They can't put you in jail for trying.
Is it possible even to teach a deaf, blind child half of what an ordinary child learns?
Half?
A tenth?
Dr. Howe did wonders, but an ordinary child? No, never. But then I was thinking as I went through one of his reports that he never treated them like ordinary children, more like eggs everyone was afraid would break.
May I ask how old you are?
Well, I'm not in my teens, you know. I'm 20.
All of 20.
Mrs. Keller, don't lose hope just because I'm not on my last legs. I have 3 big advantages that money couldn't buy for you. One is Dr. Howe's work behind me. Why, I've read every word he had to write on the subject, and he isn't what you'd call a man of few words. The second is to be young. Why, I have energy to do anything. And thirdly, is I've been blind.
Advantages.
Well, some have the luck of the Irish, and some do not.
What will you try to teach her first?
First, last, and in between, language.
Language.
Language is to the mind like light is to the eye. Dr. Howe said that.
Language? We can't even get through to teach her to sit still. You are young despite your years to have such confidence. Do you, inside?
No, to tell the truth, I'm as shaky inside as a baby's rattle.
Don't be. We'll do all we can to help and to make you feel at home. Don't think of us as strangers, Miss Annie.
Oh, strangers aren't so strange to me. I've been around strangers all my life.
Helen, they coming. She sure enough came.
Welcome to my retreat, Miss Sullivan. I take it you are Miss Sullivan.
My husband is Annie, Captain Keller.
Captain Keller, how do you do?
A pleasure to see you at last. I trust you had an agreeable journey.
Oh, I had several. When did this country get so big?
Who would like to trust, Father?
Where Miss Sullivan can get at it, I'd imagine.
Oh, please. Where's Helen?
In the hall. Jimmy,
We put you in the upstairs corner room. If there's any breeze at all this summer, you'll feel it.
and your suitcase.
Oh, I'd like that, thanks.
I couldn't think of it, Miss Sullivan.
I'd like it.
Not at all. You'll find that in the South, we of you women...
I have something in it for Helen.
There. There's Helen.
very rough, Casey.
I like her, Captain.
Certainly we're a peculiar kind of young woman, you know. How old is she?
Oh, well, she's not in her teens, you know.
She's a child. What's her family like? Sending off alone this fall?
I couldn't learn. She's very close-mouthed about some things.
And why does she wear those glasses? I'd like to see a
For
person
the
die.
sun, she's blind.
Blind.
She had 9 operations, one just before she left.
Blind. Good heavens. Do they expect one blind child to teach another? Has she any experience at least? How long did you teach them?
She was a pupil.
Katie. This is her first position?
She was valedictorian.
Here's a house full of grown-ups can't work with the child. How can an inexperienced, half-blind, Yankee schoolgirl manage it?
Great improvement. Now I have 2 of them to look after.
You look after them strawberry things.
Nothing I say is right.
Why say anything?
All the trouble I went through, and that's how I look? And not yours. Yes, yours. All right, Mr. Sullivan, let's begin with doll. D-O-L-L. Doll. D-O-L-L. Doll. D-O-L-L. Doll. D-O-L-L. D-O-L-L dog. Why don't we try cake? Cake from Washington up north. It's the best I know. Do C-A-K-E. C-A-K-E.
You spell pretty well. By now she's English? She is.
C-A-K-E.
What is it, a game?
An alphabet
An alphabet?
for the deaf. C-A-K-E. C-A-K-E. Look, how bright she is.
You think she knows what she's doing? She imitates everything. She's a monkey.
A bright little monkey. Now let's try doll again.
She wants a doll back.
When she spells it,
Spell? She doesn't know the thing that has a name even.
who expects her to now? I just want her fingers to learn the letters.
Won't mean anything to her. Doesn't like that alphabet of yours, Miss Sullivan. You invent yourself?
No. Spanish monks under a vow of silence, which is one I wish you'd take. D-O-L-L. D-O-L. L. L. End of first lesson. Oh! You little brat! No one's taught you any manners! Helen! Let me out! Don't worry. You're not lost. Just out of place. And
shout. I've been cooling my heels for an hour. Sit down.
Certainly.
Don't you have directly to sleep, Minnie?
Oh yes, that babe's an angel.
And Helen had a good supper?
I don't know, Miss Kate, she didn't seem to have much math anyway.
Well, couldn't say the same for my part. I'm finished. Here's your plate.
But where's Miss Annie?
In her room.
In her room. Doesn't she know hot food must be eaten hot? Go upstairs and bring her down at once, Jimmy.
Certainly. I'll get a ladder.
What?
I'll need a ladder. Shouldn't take you long.
That shouldn't take you.
Jimmy, do as I say. Go upstairs at once. And
She's
tell her-
locked in her room.
Locked in her room?
Helen locked her in and made off with the key.
And you sit here and do nothing?
Well, everyone's been telling me not to say anything.
Minnie, look out back to Helen. See if she has that key.
Yes, Miss Kate.
She's out by the pump. Miss Sullivan, are you in there?
Yes, Captain Keller, I'm in here all right.
Is there no key on your side?
If there was a key in here, I wouldn't be in here.
Miss
Helen took it.
Miss Sullivan, not in the house, 10 minutes. I don't see how you manage it.
Even I'm not on my side.
She has no key.
Nonsense. She must have the key. Have you searched her pockets?
Yes, she doesn't have it.
Katie, she must have the key.
Would you prefer to search her yourself, Captain?
No, I've not preferred to search her. She nearly took my kneecap off this evening when I tried nearly to... Take that ladder back.
Certainly.
But you could have hidden it.
Where?
Anywhere. In the grass, under a stone, in the flower.
Well, I don't have time to plow the entire grounds to find one missing key. Jimmy,
Sir?
bring me a ladder.
Certainly.
What is Mildred doing up?
Capital Grove, ma'am, all that hollering.
Miss Sullivan!
Yes, Captain Keller?
Come out!
I don't see how I can. There isn't any room.
I intend to carry you.
That's very chivalrous of you, but I'd really prefer to...
Miss Sullivan, follow instructions. I will not have you also tumbling out of our windows.
I am perfectly capable of climbing down a ladder on my own.
I doubt you, Miss Sullivan. Simply hold on to my neck. My neck, Miss Sullivan!
Oh, I'm so sorry to inconvenience you.
That next door taken down from the locker, please. We failed to find that key.
Oh, I'll look everywhere for it.
Thank you. Do not look in any rooms that can be locked. Go! Go back to your work! What are you looking at here? There's nothing here to look at. Now, would it be possible for us to have supper? Like other people?
I'll take Mildred, Minnie. You serve supper.
Might as well leave the L-A-D-D-E-R.
nothing to learn. I have nothing else to do and nowhere else to go. Nobody here has attempted to control her. My greatest problem is how to discipline her without breaking her spirit. I shall demand reasonable obedience from the start. Ink. I-N-K. Ink. Under, up, down. Under, up, down. Now, you be careful of that needle. You keep out of the ink, and I'll keep out of the soup. Let's try temperance. B-A-D-G-I-R-L. Bad girl. Okay. Good girl. G-O-O-D-G-I-R-L. Very good girl. C-A-R-D. Car. C-A.
What do you say to her?
Oh, just saying that it was a selling car.
What does that?
No. She won't know what spelling is until she knows what words are.
Yet you keep spelling to her. Why?
I like to hear myself talk.
The captain says it's like spelling to the fence post.
Oh, does he now?
Is it?
No. It's how I watch you talk to Mildred. Mildred? Or any baby. Baby gibberish, grown-up gibberish. Do they understand any of it? No, but they come to if they hear it. I'm letting Helen hear it.
Other children are not impaired.
There's nothing impaired in that mind of hers. It works like a math stroke.
What did she spell?
I spelt card, and she spelt cake. No, it's just a finger game. She won't know what spelling is until she knows that things are names.
And when will she learn?
I guess no mother's ever mind to count.
I should like to learn those letters, Miss Anne.
Well, we'll start tomorrow.
Well, it's her bedtime. I'm sorry, Miss Annie.
Why does she get a reward for stabbing me?
Well, we catch our flies with honey, I'm afraid. We haven't the heart for much else, and so many times she simply cannot be compelled.
I understand. I'm quite the same way myself. The more I learn, the more certain I am that obedience is the gateway to which knowledge enters the mind of the child. Breakfast ready?
No, but she didn't give the devil a due, Father. The fact is, we lost the South 2 years earlier when he outthought us behind Vicksburg.
Outlaw is a peculiar word for a butcher.
Ernest Baker, wasn't he?
I said butcher. His only virtue as a soldier was numbers, and he led them to the slaughter with no more regard than for so many sheep.
But even if in that sense he was a butcher.
And a drunken one after war.
Agreed, Father. His own people said he was, I can't argue.
Well, where did you find to admire such a man? The butchery or the drunkenness?
Neither, Father. Only the fact that he beat us.
He didn't.
Is it your contention we won the war, sir?
He didn't beat us at Vicksburg. We lost Vicksburg because Pemberton gave Bragg 5,000 of his cavalry. And Lawrence, whom I knew personally for a nincompoop before you were born, marched away from Champions Hill with enough men to have held it. We lost Vicksburg by stupidity, verging on treason.
Well, I would have said we lost Vicksburg because Brent was one thing no Yankee general was before him.
Drunk? I doubt it.
Obstinate.
Obstinate. Could any of them compare even in that with Old Stone? Why, if he'd been there, we would still have Vicksburg.
Well, the butcher simply wouldn't give up. He tried 4 ways to get around Vicksburg. On the 5th try, he got around. Anyone else would have pulled north and...
He wouldn't have got around if he had a southern man instead of a half-beat Yankee trader like Pemberton. What's the matter there?
Miss Annie, you see, she's accustomed to helping herself from our place.
Yes, but I'm not accustomed to it.
No, of course not. Dinner!
Give her something, Jimmy, to quiet her.
But her telomeres are the best she has. Well,
What other time, Miss Sullivan? It's the only way we get any adult conversation. If my son's in that situation, I'll get you another plate.
Oh, I have a plate, thank you.
Miss Annie, I'm afraid what Captain Keller says is only too true. She'll persist in this until she gets her own way.
Minute! Bring Miss Sullivan another plate!
I have a plate, thank you. Nothing's wrong with the plate I have, and I intend to keep it.
you see why they took Vicksburg.
Miss Sullivan. One place or another is hardly a matter to struggle with a pride child about.
Oh, I'd sooner have a more heroic issue myself.
No, I really must insist you.
No!
Now she hurt herself.
No, she hasn't.
Would you just leave her alone?
Miss Annie, you don't know the child well enough yet.
I know an ordinary tantrum when I see one, and a badly spoiled child.
Here, here.
You would have more pity in you, Miss Sullivan.
Pity for this tyrant? The whole house turns out on her whims. Is there anything she wants she doesn't get? What I pity is that the sun won't rise and set for her all her life, and you tell her that it will. What good will your pity do when you're under the strawberry
For the love of heaven, will
Miss Annie, please.
I don't think it serves. It does you good, that
change of man. You go back to the next train. Will you make this quite clear?
And where will you be, Captain, while I'm making it quite clear?
At the office.
Will you? I thought what she said was exceptionally intelligent. I've been saying it for years.
Through space? Or will you take it to me as a flag?
can't wait after a minute-long mistake. Why, this could go on all afternoon, too.
I'll tell the captain you called.
You hear what this kid's saying? Run along, tend your own business. Shoo!
Say what you like, Kate, but that child is a killer. I mean to remind you that all the killers are cousins to General Robert E. Lee. I don't know who that girl is. The only someone I've heard of, from Boston too, and I think twice before locking her up with that kind, is that man John F.
You can meet her, Miss Kate. I'll sneak her in. Back to her crib.
This child never gives me a minute's worry.
This child's the angel of family. No doubt about that.
She sat in a chair by herself. She ate with her own spoon. And she folded her napkin.
Folded her napkin?
Yes, the room's a wreck, but she folded her napkin. Mrs. Keller, I'll be in my room.
Oh, don't be long, Miss Annie. Dinner be ready right away.
Folded her napkin. My Helen folded her napkin.
This soul, this blind, deaf, mute woman, can nothing be done to disinter this human soul? The whole neighborhood would rush to save this woman if she were buried alive by the caving in of a pit, and labor with zeal until she were dug out. Now, if there were one who had as much patience as zeal, he might awaken her to a consciousness of her immortal...
Annie! Annie, you there?
Jimmy?
Annie, what's that noise?
It's just a cot.
Where are they pushing it?
To the dead house.
Annie, does it hurt to be dead?
There's school!
There's schools outside! Schools where they teach. Teach lab was worse than you.
To read, right! There's school!
Fly worse than you.
There's school!
There's schools outside. Schools where they teach. Teach lab was worse than you.
To read, right! There's school!
Fly worse than you.
You ain't going to school, are you, Annie?
I'm going to school when
You ain't either, Annie. These are going to stay here and take care of me.
I said I'm going to school when I grow up.
So we'll be together forever and ever.
I'm going to school when I grow up.
Little girl, I must tell you, your brother will be going on a journey soon.
Annie!
Goodbye. Goodbye, Annie. Goodbye.
Write me when you learn how.
Goodbye, Annie. Don't tell anyone you came from here. Don't tell anyone! Yeah, don't tell anyone you came from.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. Don't tell.
Annie, it hurts to be dead forever.
Katie, I will not have it. Now, you did not see when that girl went to look for Helen in her room.
No.
She practically climbed out her window to escape from me. What kind of teacher is she? I thought I'd seen her at her worst this morning, shouting at me. But I come home to find the entire house was organized by her. Helen won't stay in the same room, won't come to the table with her, won't allow herself to be washed, bathed, or put to bed by her, or even by Vinny now. And the end result is that you have to do more for the child than before we hired this girl's services. From the moment she stepped off the train, she's been nothing but a burden. Incompetent, impertinent.
She folded her napkin, Captain.
What?
Not ineffectual. Helen did fold her napkin.
What in heaven's name is so extraordinary about folding a napkin?
Well, it's more than you did, Captain.
Kate, I did not bring you all the way up here to the garden house for this purpose. Now, how does Miss Sullivan propose to teach a deaf, blind pupil who won't even let her touch it?
I don't know.
The fact is, today she scuttled at any chance she ever had of getting along. If you can see any points or brothers of her staying 1 year longer,
What do you wish me to do?
I want you to give her notice.
I can't.
Then if you won't, I must. I simply will not. Miss Sullivan.
Hi, Captain Keller. Vinny said that I'd find you out here by the garden house. I thought we should have a talk.
Captain.
Yes, well, come in. I went in first. She met my Mrs. Claire to Mrs. Keller. In private. I decided I'm not satisfied. In fact, I'm deeply dissatisfied.
Excuse me, is this little house ever in use?
In the hunting season. Now, if you will give me your attention, Miss Sullivan. I have tried to make allowances for you, because you come from a part of the country where people, well, women, I should say, come from, well, for whom allowances must be made. I've decided nevertheless. Well, that decided I. Miss Sullivan, it's very disconcerting small. Miss Sullivan, I've decided to give you another chance.
To do what?
To remain in our handful. But on 2 conditions. I'm not accustomed to rudeness in servants or women. And that is the first. If you are to remain on here, there must be a radical change in manner.
Who?
And the second is that you persuade me there's even the slightest chance of your teaching a girl who runs from you now like a plague to anyone else you can find in this house.
There isn't. What, Miss Annie? It's hopeless here. I can't teach a child that runs away.
Then, do I understand you suppose?
Well, if we all agree that it's hopeless, then
Yes,
the
Annie.
next question is,
I am not agreed. I think perhaps you underestimate Helen.
no, I think the rest of you here do.
She did fold her napkin. She learns. She learns. Do you know she started talking when she was 6 months old? She could say water. Not really wawa. Wawa. She meant water. She knew what it meant. And only 6 months old. I never saw a child so bright or outgoing. It's still in her somewhere, isn't it?
Well, was she always this rambunctious and feisty?
You should have seen her before her illness. Such a well-tempered child.
Oh, she's changed.
Miss Annie put up with it. And with us.
Us!
Like the lost lamb in the parable, I love her all the more. Mrs. Keller.
I don't think Helen's worst handicap is her deafness or her blindness. I think it's your love and pity.
Now, what does that mean?
All of you here feel so sorry for her. You've kept her like a pet. Why, even a dog you house bring. It's no wonder she won't let me come near her. It's useless for me to try and teach her language or anything else. I might as well
I say no. Pack your things, I suppose, and abandon your charge to...
Miss Annie, before you came, we spoke of putting her in an asylum.
What kind of asylum?
For mental defectives.
I visited there once. I can't tell you what I saw. People like animals with rats in the halls. If you're to give up, what are we to do?
Give up?
You said it was hopeless.
Said it was hopeless here. Give up why I only saw today what needed to be done to begin. I want complete control of her.
You already have that. Man, that resulted in nothing but...
I said I need to live with her alone. I need her to depend on me day and night.
Miss Sullivan.
I need her to depend on me for food, the clothes she wears, fresh... Yes, I need her to depend on me for fresh air. Why, her body is a primer, and anything she needs is something I can teach her out of. The one who gives it to her should be her teacher, not anyone who loves her. You all have so many feelings. They fall over each other like feet. You won't let me use your chances, and you won't let me use mine.
So like I said, she went from you to us.
And besides, why must she depend on you or for the very food she eats?
I want control of it.
Why?
It's a way to reach her.
For how long?
I need her to depend on me, so as long as it takes.
Miss Sullivan, like I said, what is your intention if I say no?
To put her in that asylum. That asylum he talked about. Why, I grew up in one of those asylums. The state almshouse. Perhaps you'd like to know what Helen will find there. Not on visiting days. Rats. My brother Jimmy and I, we used to play with rats because we didn't have any toys. In one ward, they kept the old, crippled, blind dying. But even if what they had was catching, there was nowhere else to do it. And that's where they put us. Across the hall, they kept the younger ones. Prostitutes, mostly, with TV and epilepsy fits. A couple of the kind that like to keep after other girls, especially younger girls. And some can sing. In another ward, they kept the youngest. To have babies they didn't want. They started at 13, 14. They left, but the babies stayed. We played with them too, but they had sores all over from diseases we weren't supposed to talk about. Most of them died anyway. One year we had 80 and 70 died. The room Jimmy and I used to play in, was the dead house. Oh my, where they'd keep the bodies before they could take the graves. No, it made me stronger. But you don't need to put Helen there. She's strong enough.
Miss Annie,
Yes?
where would you take Helen?
About Italy.
What?
I guess you can't have everything you want. What about this garden house? We could furnish it, and you could take her here after a long walk. Walk? A long drive would need to be longer than a walk. Yes, a drive out through the country, and so she wouldn't recognize it. And you two could visit, and you could see her every day as long as she didn't know you were here. Well,
Is that all?
that's all.
Captain, with your permission?
So, why must she depend on you for every desire and need she has?
As I said, her body is a primer for me to teach her out of. You haven't been doing very well teaching her out of it.
Something I simply cannot understand. You treat this as if it was a war.
Well, it's not love. You say all's fair in love and war, and what you're showing her isn't. A siege is a siege, Captain Keller. You never cut supplies.
Miss Sullivan, this is hardly a war.
It's not love either. Can't you see?
Miss Sullivan, do you like the child?
Do you? You could have a servant here. No, I have enough to do without having a servant to look after. But, suppose we have that boy Percy. He could sleep here and run errands.
We could let Percy sleep here, I think. Captain.
And we could have some furniture all our own.
Captain, do you think that old walnut bedstead in the barn would be too much?
I have not yet consented to Percy, or to the garden house, or to this proposal, or to Miss Sullivan's staying home tonight. Don't marry until I consent to everything. For 2 weeks. I give you 2 weeks in this place, and it will be a miracle if you can get that child to television.
2 weeks? Miss Annie, can you accomplish anything in 2 weeks?
Anything or not? 2 weeks, then the child comes back to us. Well, Miss Sullivan, make up your mind. Yes or no?
2 weeks for only one miracle. Get the child to television.
You can't think as little of love as you said, or else you wouldn't stay.
I came here for money, not love. Hey, it's the first of many. 26.
You don't let go of things easily, do you? How do you expect to wring her hand now in this place?
Well, I lost my temper, and look where we are.
No touching. No teaching. Of course, you are bigger.
Not depending on force. Relying on her. That little imp is dying to know.
Know what?
Everything and anything. She's starving for every and any crumb of God's creation. And of course, I'll use that appetite too.
Maybe she'll teach you.
Of course.
That she isn't. There is such a thing as dullness of heart, acceptance, and letting go. Sooner or later, we all give up, don't we?
Maybe you all do. That's my idea of original sin.
What is?
Giving up.
You won't let her. Why can't you let her be? Have some pity on her for being what she is.
If I ever thought that way, just once in my life. Dead.
You will be. Were I trouble? Or will you teach me?
Does she know where she is? We moved her out of the country for 2 hours.
For all she knows, she could be in another town.
That's her sign for me. And no. In 2 weeks. Miss Annie, Ann, please speak good to her these 2 weeks. Try to be very good to her. I will.
What have I got myself into now?
I can't understand. I had every intention of dismissing that girl, not setting her up like an empress.
Yes, what's your secret, sir?
Secret.
That enables her to get anything she wants out of me when I can't.
She does not get him. He's afraid. What does she want out of me?
My God, don't you know? Everything you forgot when you forgot my mother!
One thing that girl's secret is not. She doesn't fire one shot and disappear. He's afraid.
Captain, I am proud of you
For what?
for letting this girl have what she needs.
But why can't my son be? You think I treat him as hard as that girl does?
Perhaps you do.
But he has to learn some respect.
Do you like the child even? How empty the house is tonight.
No pity. I won't have it on either of us. I will touch you. How? Percy? Percy, are you awake? Come in here, I need you. Percy? Percy, wake up! How would you like to play a nice little game? With Helen. She's right there. Go touch her hand.
Let me go. Let me go. She's trying to talk. She's gonna hit me.
She can't talk. If only she knew. Do you want me to show you how she talks? She makes letters. Well, this one is C. She doesn't want to talk to me now because she's mad at me. Well, you want to learn another one? This one's A. C, A, C, A, K, E. When she spells cake, she gets Isn't it funny? She knows how to spell, but she doesn't know that she knows. Here, this is M. It's real easy. Just like this. And this is I. It's just a little finger. L, K, milk. Why should I talk to you? You don't want to talk to me. I'm playing with Percy. M, I, L, K. Oh, jealous are you now? M, I, L, K. Milk. M, I, L, K. Good. Now back to where I can touch you. Touch you go. No love lost. Oh, you can go back to bed, Percy. You've earned your sleep. Thank you. Now, all I have to do is say one word. Everything. Water. This is water. W-A-T-E-R. Water. It means this. Water. Cake. Cake. C-A-K-E. Cake. It means this. It has a name. It has a name. Oh, it's so easy. Easy as birth to explain. Chick, it has to come out of its shell sometime, and so do you. Language is the only way out for you. Mug. Mug. M-U-G. Mug. Mug. It has a name. M.
You have an eating cake.
I'm too restless. I can't sit to it.
You should eat, my dear. It'll be a long day. Wait.
But it's been a short 2 weeks. Never felt life could be so noiseless. Went much too quickly for me.
Card. C-A-R-D. Card.
Well, the house has been practically normal, hasn't it?
Jimmy,
Is it wrong to enjoy a quiet breakfast after 5 years? And you two even seem to enjoy each other.
it could be even more quiet, Jimmy. Let your tongue run every minute. Haven't you enough feeling to imagine what?
Captain, it is true what you say. These 2 weeks have been quiet, normal, but not short. Interminable.
Water. W-A-T-E-R. Water. It means this. It has a name. W-A-T-E-R.
I only meant that Miss Sullivan is a boon of contention, though, it seems.
If and when you're a parent, you'll understand what separation means. A mother loses a protector. You'll learn. We don't just keep our children safe, they keep us safe. Of course, there are all kinds of separation. Katie has lived with one kind for 5 years. And another disappointment in a child.
Every day, I feel more and more.
Kate, I'm sorry. Open my mouth like that fairy tale. Frogs jump out.
No, it has been better for everyone.
If only I had some help. I need a teacher just as much as Helen does.
Kate, what does he want from you?
That's not the question. Stand up to the world, Jimmy. That comes first.
But the world is dead.
Yes, and no one can do it for you.
Kate, at least could you be my friend?
I am.
My mind is full of jumps and skips. It's undisciplined. Disjoined, disinterested, What a dictionary. You need to know how to spell the word in order to look up the word.
What do you do to your eyes?
Oh, sorry. Words on my vanity. I'm learning how to spell. And it's like a surprise party. The most unexpected characters show up.
You're not to overwork your eyes, Miss Annie.
But whenever I'm spelling to Helen, I must spell right.
How serene she is.
You taught her this stitch yesterday. Now I can't get her to stop. The little lady, she'd rather starve than eat with her hands.
You've taught her so much these 2 weeks.
Not enough. Obedience is not enough. Well, today she learned 2 nouns, water and key, and 3 verbs. That brings us up to 18 nouns and 3 verbs. But not no. She still doesn't know that they mean things.
And how will she learn?
How does a bird learn to fly? We're born with words like wings, and it comes. It has to come.
How?
All right, I don't know. I've done everything I can think of. Everything she's learned here. Like keeping herself clean, knitting, stringing beads, meals, setting up exercises, climbing trees. Why, yesterday, a chick hatched in her very hands, and all of it. Everything we do, we never stop spelling. I go to bed with writer's cramp from talking so much.
I worry about you, Miss Annie. You must rest.
Now, she spells back in her sleep. Her fingers make letters she doesn't even know. Why, in her bones, those 5 fingers, they know and they ache to speak out. And all I have to do is push one word into her head, and everything will come. Except, I don't know how. That's the one question.
With no answer. Well, I need more time.
Here, spell it. I because I can't spell it. If she ever learns, you're going to have a lot to talk about. Start now.
Miss Sullivan, one of my wakes me up is about Helena Flint.
Outside, please.
My dear child, the 2 weeks are up today. Surely you don't object to.
Not until 6 o'clock.
Now, what difference can a fraction of 1 day possibly be?
An agreement is an agreement. Now, you've been very good. Surely a few more hours won't hurt.
Miss Sullivan, you are a tyrant.
Likewise, I'm sure. Now, you can wait there and close the door if she comes.
Miss Annie, I don't think you know how eager we are to have her back in our arms.
I do. It's my main worry.
It's like expecting a new child in the house. She's so composed, so attractive. You've done wonders for her, Miss Sullivan.
Have I?
If there's anything you possibly could want from Miss Entertainment, tell us.
I just told Mrs. Keller I'd want more time.
Miss Sullivan,
Another week?
we miss the child. I miss her. I'm glad to say that's a different debt I owe you.
Pay it to Helen. Give her more time.
Doesn't she miss us?
Of course she does. What an unexplainable wretch of an exile this must be to her. Can you say that this counts?
No, but,
Doesn't she need affection?
well, she doesn't show me that she does. She won't have any
Because you're not her mother.
And besides, what would another week accomplish? We are more than satisfied. You've done more than we ever thought possible. Torture constructive things to do, to behave
I
like,
can't promise anything, but
even look like a human child. So contented, manageable, cleaner.
cleaner.
Well, we do say cleanliness is close to godliness.
Cleanliness is next to nothing. She has to learn that everything has a name. She needs to learn words. Why, with words, she can think, have ideas, be reached. There's not a thought or fact in the world that can't be hers. She's nothing without words. Captain Keller, the publisher newspaper. Do I need to tell you the meaning of words?
Miss Sullivan.
Well, she has them already. 18 nouns, 3 verbs. They're in her fingers now. I just need more time to push one of them into her mind, and everything under the sun will follow. Just give me another week. Give me more time alone with her.
Look,
Water. She's spelling water.
teaching a doll to spell. That doll doesn't understand what she means any more than she knows what you mean, Miss Sullivan. I think you ask too much of her and yourself. God may not have meant for her to have the eyes to speak.
I need her to.
And what is it to you? You make us see how we indulge the child for our sake. Is the opposite not true for you?
Half a week.
An agreement is an agreement.
Mrs. Keller.
I want her back.
I'll send video over to the pack.
Not until 6 o'clock. I have until 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Oh.
No. D-O-L-L. Doll, not water. No. No, this is water. W-A-T-E-R. This. How to tell you? Not a soul knows how to tell you. Yes. What's it to me? They're satisfied. Give them back their child. Housebroken. Everyone's satisfied. But you and me. Preach, Helen, preach! Oh, I wanted to teach you. I wanted to teach you everything that's on the world, that's ours for a week and it's gone. And the light we bring to it in words. Why, you can see 5,000 years back in words, so that nobody is done with or gone, even in the grave. And I know, and
said we'd be together forever, you promised. Annie.
That battle is dead and done with. Why not let it stay buried?
If God has shown me a resurrection,
What?
and I owe him one.
Forever and ever. Forever and ever. Forever and ever. The soul. I've been waiting to give you this.
What?
Your first month's salary, with many more to come, I trust. It doesn't express what we do. Doesn't pay our debt for what you've done.
What have I done?
But taking a wild thing and giving us back a child.
I only did one thing. I taught her no. Don't do this. Don't do that.
It's more than we offer. In all the years we tried.
But I wanted to teach her language. I wanted to teach her yes.
You will have time.
But I don't know. And I know, without it, to do nothing but obey is no gift. Obedience is a blindness too. Is that all I've wished on her?
No.
I don't know what else to do. Except for keep on doing what I'm doing. And hope that inside said she's waiting like water underground. And keep on.
It's enough. For us.
And how practice her.
How?
Even learning no has been at a cost of much pain. Don't undo it.
Why should we wish to undo it?
The world isn't an easy place for anyone. But letting her have her way in everything is a lie to her. And I can't. And I don't even love her. She's not my child. So you have to stand between the lie and her.
We'll try.
But I will. As long as you let me stay. That's one promise I'll keep.
Agreed. We've learned something too hard. Won't you come now to supper?
Yes. Why doesn't God pay his debts each month?
I beg your pardon.
Nothing. I used to wonder how I'd earn a living.
You do.
Oh, I really do. Now the question is, can I survive it?
May I?
Oh, I'm so glad to have you back too.
What? Oh, keys. Yes, I'll keep the keys. I think we've had enough to block the doors.
Evening, General.
Jimmy, will you say the prayer?
And Jacob was left alone, and wrestled with the angel until the breaking of day. And the hall of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And the angel said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And Jacob said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. Amen. Oh, you angel.
That's a very strange prayer.
You start the conference.
It's from the good book, isn't it?
Well, of course. You know.
Yes, I know.
Hand Miss Annie.
Yes, please. Then why ask?
I meant it's from the good book, and therefore a fitting place.
Well, I don't know about that.
Miss Annie.
Thank you. There's an awful lot of things from the good book I wouldn't care to hear. Just a couple of things.
Well, fitting in the sense that Jacob's thigh was out of joint, so is this piggy's.
I can bet.
Pickle it, Emily.
Oh, I should say so. You know my opinion of your pickles.
I'm afraid that's the last of them. I hardly put enough of them last summer. This year I...
Reverend looked into the office today to complain his hands have stopped laying. Poor fellow, he was out of joint. All he could.
I've always suspected those hens.
Of what?
I think they're papists. Has he tried?
James, never mind. Miss Annie, no. Very
We had a little talk. Miss Annie feels that we indulge.
But what's the child done?
She's learned not to throw things and not to kick. It took me the better part of 2 weeks and...
But it's only a napkin. It's not as if it were breakable.
And everything she's learned is... Mrs. Keller, I don't think it would do us good to play tug of war for her. Either let me have her, or you keep her from kicking.
What do you wish to do?
I wish to take her from the table.
Let her stay, my goodness. She's only a child.
And ask outsiders not to interfere.
Outsiders. I am the child's aunt.
Will once hurt so much, Miss Annie? I've made all of her favorite foods.
It's a homecoming party, Miss Annie.
She's testing you, you realize.
She's testing you.
Jimmy, be quiet. Now she's home, naturally she wants some relaxation.
She wants to see what will happen at your hands.
Miss Sullivan, she's not kicking now.
And not learning not to. Mrs. Keller, teaching her is bound to be painful for everyone, but she'll only live up to what you demand of her and nothing more.
She's testing you.
Jimmy,
I have an opinion. I think I should express it.
no one's interested in hearing your
I'm
opinion.
interested in your opinion. Of course she's testing me. Keep her to what I've learned, and let me have charge of her, and she'll keep learning from me. Take her away, and it all comes apart. Be bountiful. It's at her expense. Please, pass me more of Helen's favorite food.
Take her, Miss Annie. Thank you.
I'm afraid you're the difficulty, Miss Sullivan. Now, keep what she's learned, you're quite right there. But I don't feel we need to send her from the table. After all, she is the guest of honor. Give her her plate back.
If she was a singing child, none of you would tolerate this.
Well, she's not. And I think some compromise is to be called for. Give her her plates back, please. It's not unnatural. Most of us have some aversion to our teachers. And occasionally, another hand that smooth things out. Now, shall we start all over?
I think we have started.
Don't get up.
Where are you going?
To make her refill the pitcher. Don't smooth anything else out from me. I treat her like a singing child because I asked her to see. I expect her to see. Don't undo what I do. Matt,
Where are you taking her?
I said to make her refill the pitcher.
You let her speak to you like that. A creature worse for you.
No, I don't.
Let her go!
What?
I said, let her go. She's right. She's right. Kate's right. I'm right. And you're wrong. If you drive her away from here, it'll be over my dead chair. Has it ever occurred to you that you might be once consummately wrong?
Captain,
Sit down. Please sit down.
Here, come. W-A-T-E-R. Water. This. W-A-T-E-R. W-A-T-E-R. Water. W-A-T-E-R. 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 P-U-M-P. P-U-M-P. G-R-O-U-N-D. Ground. D-R-E-S-S. Dress. C-H-A-I-R. C-C-H-A-I-R. Yes, yes, yes. T-A-B-L-E. T-A-B-L-E. Yes, yes. Mrs. Keller! Mrs. Keller, come here, she knows! M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother. M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother. Yes, yes. P-A-P-A. Papa. P-A-P-A. Papa. Yes, yes.
Yes.